It's me, your girl. Y'all know who I is, aka the Melanin Princess. Now, I will say this since y'all always take forever to get on the line, maybe I got time to go run and grab my vodka because Big Mama gotta make her a drink. And that's what's happening. So if y'all come on the line, that's what's going on. Big Mama. Oh my gosh, please tell me that this ain't frozen. Rhonda, this refrigerator you gave me, girl, got all my juices frozen. Okay. So what I'm gonna drink tonight is, I don't think that's enough grapefruit juice. Cause I ain't trying to be drunk. It's grapefruit juice and some vodka. Because why not? As a matter of fact, I might even get a little froggy and put some ginger beer in there. Who said that? What you said? Let me see if I can find top check. I only got one check. Come on now. I'm too early. Yes, he said he is not. Okay, Mike, that's your son. He said he is not my co-host. He is a guest. So he only needs to come on when we talking about needing to talk to him. But thank you for your support. I came on too early. I don't want to talk to you, lady. I just chiming in to see my baby. Hey, I understand. I feel the same way. Ooh, talking about talking to y'all all the time. No, he did not. I know he didn't. I just know you didn't. And we're going to see if these mics work. Because I've been having all kinds of miking troubles. I got mic troubles. I don't got no mic like Michael troubles. I just got mic troubles. So let's see. Your poor nephew. I know. He come on at what time he say? He said at his 7 o'clock hour because he ain't messing with a. Oh wait, am I hurt? Oh shoot. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. See? And y'all wonder why we need Naja. And you be wondering why. What the hell? How does this work? Oh. And you be wondering why I need Aja. Yes. So Lisa, yes, your nephew, because I believe that was you. I just saw. Um, your nephew said he ain't co-hosting the damn thing. He said, "Motherfucker, I am your guest, so I come on when the guest is supposed to arrive and not before." Now, half my problem is I left the vodka in the other room. I see I'm working, so that's a good thing. So yeah, your poor nephew, he in there talking about he taking a nap. I went in there to prep him for the show yesterday, like give him a little bit of what I need him for, what we're gonna be talking about. He said, mics are hot. He said, well, if you start asking me the questions now, then I don't need to know all this. They need to be like fresh so I can give you the stuff on the camera. Don't be coming in here telling me what we're gonna talk about, because then why would I be doing the show? This y'all, these y'all genes. Lisa, Michael, this y'all kid. Hold on, let me go around and get my vodka real quick. Since it's y'all too, y'all love me enough. But I do gotta go get my vodka. I wasn't gonna drink, but why not? I wasn't, but I'm is now. Whew. Tito's. So this is what Big Mama doing. I ran. All I did was run to the kitchen. Now I'm so out of breath. When I tell y'all, Big Mama need to be in shape. I ain't never been this tired. I used to be able to run 4 miles straight, like damn near in a sprint. Oh, big mama. I gotta catch my breath. I really gotta catch my breath. Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh no. I'm so out of shape. Hot dangity dang. That's all bad. So I gotta put my vodka back in the Frigidaire so it don't be going, so it be cold. And because I put that much vodka, I think I really need to go on and take some of this ginger beer and throw that in there too. Okay, so now we got this show going, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Welcome. And Hopper Joe. Right, we sure did. We used to run 5 miles up Valley Ridge, up Don Felipe. And the fact that Big Mama out of breath. Oh my gosh, this is like when I tell y'all I'm embarrassed. I'm literally embarrassed because I ain't never been this bad off ever. Perimenopause need to come, go, do what it need to do because Big Mom got to get in shape. And any shape other than the round that I'm going to start to get into because I'm just so lazy and so tired and ain't got nothing in me. But today's show's title, like, I can't even talk. Life after lockdown. A mother and son conversation. So, hey, y'all. Hey, welcome. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all know me, Crazy Melon Princess, a.k.a. Big Mama. Perry is disrespectful as, oh my gosh. And then I don't know if it's like you go through perimenopause and then it's menopause next, or do you skip a stage, or I don't know how it go. But if you guys can all like, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so that you can be notified every time I go live, because as I said, as we get this thing cranking, Big Mama gonna be going live for other reasons outside of the My Life After podcast, for some other reasons, from other things. So I want to be sure that you guys are notified that other things are happening. So make sure you tune into that, or you stay tuned in by hitting the notification button. And share these videos with a friend. Just share it with a friend. Just send one to a friend for no reason whatsoever. Share it with a friend. Share it with a friend you can share this one with, a friend who got a kid who also went through the pandemic, to listen to another kid kind of speak to what they got going on, because that kid probably is like, I'm finally feeling seen and or heard. And thank you guys for showing up. I love y'all all. I know you could be anywhere on earth right now, but y'all all chose to come sit here with your big mom. And I'm so appreciative. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Our time capsule today, because it is January 20th, 2026, 65 years ago on this day, JFK gave his inaugural speech. And he was, at that time, the youngest elected president in U.S. history. I'm over here. Aja, where are you, girl? You see, your mama is in the struggle business right now. So, and things have drastically changed in our nation since that time. I quit. I just freaking quit, child. Happy MLK to us all. I wanted to go back in this time capsule just to reflect, because as we looked at MLK Day this year, for the very first time in my almost 50 years, it looked much different than any other year because of the political climate that we're living in. It's sad that our history is being erased, and it's hurtful. But I'm glad that the spirit of community, people, allies still honor Dr. Martin Luther King. And JFK was one of those ones, albeit controversial, was a president that was forward leaning and thinking about wanting to have leadership that reflected America. And I'll stop on that. So your Black business spotlight today is usually me, but guess what? It ain't me this way. Okay. Nappy Naturals, located in Leimert Park. My best friend got this blue lotus flower, which is a tea that he's drinking, and it's supposed to help us with our mind and getting us to a more relaxed state. For me, I have insomnia due to perimenopause. It's usually one of those things where, ooh, Asha ain't here. She need to get me straight. You gotta get your mama straight, girl. Perimenopause is one of those things that have you up all night and you can't get no sleep, but you're not even tired anymore because for whatever reason, hormonally, you just can't get there. You can't do what you need to do. And so he went to this place and he got these teas, or he got this tea. And it's a Black business in Leimert Park. So give them some business. They got some other teas and stuff, but we trying this blue flower. It's like a psychedelic. He tried it the other night. It didn't work. He don't think he did it right. He don't know. So I said, until you get it right, figure it out and then let me know. So that's our Black business spotlight. Nappy Naturals in Leimert Park. So that's what we got for that. Political climate. I don't really want to talk about no political climate because Greenland don't want to talk to us. I don't want to talk to y'all about it. And I think that should just wrap that shit right on up, right? Because we ain't talking about no politics. I said until we are out of January, I will not return with any political nothing. And so that's that. And now let's get into my life. Because that's what I know y'all all here to hear about my life, huh? As if y'all don't see it all on my Insta stories. So let's talk, because I wasn't here last week, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go all the way back. I only like giving y'all the last couple days of what happened. So Thursday, I went to this, it's like a bar lounge in the West Adams area called Damn, I Miss Paris. I also went to John and Vinny's. The reason why I went to these places, because on Thursday when I got off, we were celebrating my girl Stephanie. It was her birthday, and she actually shares her birthday, the 15th, with the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay? So that's what we did on Thursday. We lit the town up. That's what we did. It was funny when you hear some more stories. So we went there. We had a great time. You guys should try it out. That too, Damn, I Miss Paris is a Black-owned lounge in the Leimert Park area. I'm sorry, it ain't Leimert Park. This is West Adams. So go a little bit further north, make a left on Adams, and then you're right there on the left-hand side of the street. Friday, child, I don't know how me and Stephanie got into this, but what we did was, I didn't know she was going to be at my favorite restaurant. Well, my favorite restaurant, my favorite little hangout. It's both of our favorite hangout at Truxton's. And so I get up there, the whole damn crew is there, okay? And so then we said, after we left there, let's go on to the Manchester. Me and Stephanie was blitzed, okay? Now, we had a great time, awesome time, so much to where I don't even remember half of it, but we had a hi, Jimmy! Hey, Jimmy! Yes, Steph, we had, ooh, girl. Yeah, it was a great time. We had a good, we had a good birthday weekend. Capricorn weekend. It ain't even my birthday. But for her birthday, we had a great weekend. And so that's what we did on Friday. All that was not planned. I was just going up there to get my kale Caesar salad and then got into the fuckery with that lady. And we had so much fun. Then on Saturday, I kind of rewound and did a little bit of what we did for Stephanie's birthday for my son's birthday. Not Chopper, who's coming on in a few minutes, but for my bonus baby, Richie Rich, Little Rich. And so he turned 23, and this kid is so popping that he said, I said, so what about your birthday dinner? You know, I always want to take him out for his birthday. He said, his birthday was on the 4th. He said, can I get with you and let you know when I'm free? I said, oh, okay. This was like Christmas. He was here for Christmas, and I said, hey, you know, your birthday is in a week and a half, and I want to make sure that I celebrate you because I love you so much. And yeah, so what we doing? He said he is booked and busy until the end of the month, and so that's when we can have our time. His siblings and his bonus mommy. I said, okay, that's fine. So we went to John and Vinny's, and that was a really fun dinner. Okay, these kids are so funny. Him and Chopper are funny. Aja is funny, and we're missing the two oldest, Tamara and Sterling. No, it seems like we got more kids than that. Oh, Tyler wasn't there. He was at work. So anyhow, we had a great time at John and Vinny's. We were talking about the fact that we found out that Michael was really our child. And Michael, he went into a tangent on that because it's so funny. Me and Mike, well, I don't know about Mike, but I know Mike feels the same way. We never did any testing to see if Michael was our child. And when he was born, he didn't kind of look like we thought he should. He screamed so much. He was just so abnormal that we were just, I don't know if he belonged to us. But we never did any tests. We were just like, we scared, but we gonna find out. He finally did, he did a 23andMe or one of those DNA tests. And so when his results came back, me and Mike gave each other a high five because we realized that it was like, oh, he's related to these people and their last names are Kimball's, and he's related to these people, so their last name is Shelton. And we're like, he's mine and he's yours. Now, it wasn't a question if it was like, oh, it could be a million different daddies. That's not what I'm saying. We didn't think it was the same mama either. Like, he could have we'd been switched at birth. Because he had dimples, we went with it. Because Aja got dimples, Mike got dimples, Nana got dimples. We knew the dimples ran through and through. But when he got that 23andMe, we said, oh, he really ours. He went off on us at that table. And it was so funny because that's just funny because real shit, kid, we didn't know if he was ours because you was kind of different. He looked Asian. He didn't look like he belonged to us in any kind of way. He didn't act like none of us either. Sunday, I realized that people were off on Monday, and I realized that at like 7, 8 o'clock. And then I said, we about to hit the town. But did y'all see what I look like on Sunday? I look like a piece of shit. Even worse than I did today to have to fix myself to get ready for the show. I had to dig deep into the trenches to get my life in order. But we got out, and guess where we went? Right back to Damn I Miss Paris. And we had a great time. When I tell y'all Big Mama was cutting a rug, I was cutting a rug. And then my sister was so drunk. Nikki was faded, and it was the funniest thing ever. She was on Mike's last fucking nerve. Well, you already know, see? Okay, Chopper's godmom is on the line. She said she knew that was her baby, but the parents wasn't too sure, so she was willing to accept him in any form, but we were not. We was like, oh no. I had a cesarean, so I was like, go follow and see where they take him, make sure. I don't know. We've been rolling the dice ever since, but we love the kid. So that's it. This Sunday, we went back to Damn I Miss Paris, and we had a great time, and that was some fun shit. Now, usually I do hot topics, and sometimes I'll drop in shows, right? Like we want to review some shows or talk about some hot shows. I ain't doing that no more. We about to merge the two. Merge les trois. I thought I had 3 things. Okay, well, deux. Okay, we're going to merge les deux. Deux. D-U-X. Deux. 2. Hot topics and shows. Because I thought I had 3 things. I was like, I can merge all of this into one segment. Anyhow, let's get into this King Parade in Los Angeles, California. Because it's talk on our Black LA internets. Okay, our Facebook groups in Los Angeles was like really chewing on how lost some of our youth seem to be as it relates to the way in which they show up. Why was there a stabbing? Why were you guys fighting? Why was there any interaction of animosity, hate, or anything other than love on that day for the person that we're there to honor, if no other fucking day? On that day, every single thing, it should be peaceful as peaceful can get. I don't know where we're failing them, whether it's the parents, lack thereof, education, lack thereof, community involvement, lack thereof. Don't know where it is. So many people have washed their hands and don't want anything to do with it, and that's that person's problem. Like, let them deal with it. I've tried. And hey, ain't nobody gonna keep beating their head up against the wall when they see no results. There are other places, people, and things that are more geared towards perhaps helping that sector of individual. Maybe the focus should be them working with them as opposed to everybody thinking that they can just do something, because we'd all like to see something done. But instead of saying that we want to see something done, what's the action behind our words in going out to the schools, talking to them, doing whatever the hell we need to do to ensure that said thing happens? I was thinking about this because when we had Black Panther-led communities, even the fights within the community minimized. So perhaps that is something that would be better orchestrated at events. I don't even care about events. Martin Luther King parade here in Los Angeles and any other African American or urban community that would like to celebrate Dr. King. We don't want that shit. And we don't want that reflection of us to be projected out as if that is who we are, because it's not. And we hate that being Black, it is all the above. We hate the fact that when we are Black and a marginalized group, what one does sends radio waves to the world that's how they all are. We don't get the grace to say, oh, that's just one of them. And people really look at us that way. That doesn't happen. It just doesn't. So everything from the King Parade, if I wasn't watching my friends and family who were actually there, involved in and marching, where I can see all the good, because luckily I'm close enough to the community where I can see and extract nothing but good. Everything that I saw on an outward something was that shit. I would think, that's what happened. And that's not what happened. That was an isolated incident and a couple isolated incidents that should not have happened. True enough. However, that's where we are. I don't know what we do, but we got to do something better. And when we talk to these kids, as we talk to mine today, all I can say is parenting. Because, yeah, I mean, when it happened a couple years ago, it was a parade and they went into the McDonald's there on 43rd and cut the heck up. Now, as a parent, had I saw my child, your children, any kid that I know, Big Mama about to light you up so much. This thing got me, I'm over here sweating and stuff. I'm already hot. I would beat all the kids. And I don't care what your mama say. I'm about to come call cops, because I'm going to beat you. I know good and dang well you did not go over there and behave like that. And you've been around me. Never. So parenting definitely got to be something. And I'm not going to say that every child in there got an inept parent. No. A lot of parents doing the best that they can with what they got and what they can. And they can't be everywhere at all times and doing all this stuff. And a lot of their children are followers, sad to say. And a lot of their children may be just one of many, because this is the group that I've chosen to hang around, because maybe these are the only kids who hang out with me. I don't know. But we got to stop it. Something got to change. So that's that. Now let's go on over to, because that was my hot topic. My other hot topic, Neutrogena makeup wipes. Now, let me get y'all. It's I use these makeup wipes. And there's a recall on the Neutrogena makeup wipes that are in the 25 pack and the 50 pack. And I got the batch number. So if y'all need it, I'll give it to y'all. But I had to check to see. Apparently, it's causing some type of bacterial infection, and then it leads to sepsis. If you guys are familiar with sepsis, sepsis is like when your blood is infected and it's yeah, it's infected and your blood is running everywhere. So imagine every part of your body has just got infection running through everything. The blood that's going to every organ and coming out and going everywhere else is tainted. So that is very bad for you. So sepsis is not a good thing. So yeah, y'all Neutrogena wipes, y'all need to go on. If you just go on Neutrogena, if you Google Neutrogena recall, it'll pop up. But I use them faithfully. I be buying them at the little liquor store and stuff when I just need to wipe some grit off my face and stuff. So uh, ew, ugh. That blew my mind last night. This lady talked about all the people that died from, and people are dying, okay? Dying. So that's why I'm mentioning it because it's a real hot topic. Shit, I said, I don't want to die of no dang to take makeup off. And the only reason why I take it off is because I don't want it on my pillowcase. But whatever. Landman, episode 10 came on. Is that the end or what? Because I feel like this thing just started. So I'm not happy. Is Mobland gonna come on next or something? Because what is we gonna do? I need some good TV. And don't be talking about none of that his and hers. That was trash. We not gonna get into it because y'all know I'll break that thing on down. And I been knew who did it. I knew who did it from the very first start when they opened up with the scene her looking like she didn't know nothing. That's how you knew that's who it was. Traders. Y'all watching Traders? Because that's my one. And y'all need to be watching Traders because celebrity trade. I don't know. I've always been a gamer and games like with mental maneuvering, manipulation, and the fact that they mix it with like puzzles and other stuff. All that's my shit. That's the kind of kid that, yes, it can cause you to die, child. Yes, ma'am. Yes, they can. The makeup wipes can cause you to die right now. Please tell everybody that you know that there is a recall on them dang things. I'm gonna put a post up on my page too because I don't believe that I've done enough in my stories, and I got like 80 stories a day. So most people don't even watch my stories. I definitely want to, yeah. So if y'all just tell people about the Mayor of Kingstown. Yes, I am watching that right now with the older gentleman that I am a caregiver to. So I usually promote the surrogate daughter, but I didn't promote it today. I ain't gonna promote it today. But I do usually talk about them. So to talk about or promote my own business, the surrogate daughter, where I care give to older people as a surrogate daughter. I am not in healthcare. I don't do anything having to do with healthcare. I don't know nothing about no health and no care. If the old person start passing out, I'm going to call 911. I have no license. I don't know CPR. I don't know nothing. Yeah, yes, Traders holds everything is lit. I love freaking Surface. I think I watched Surface. Somebody told me to watch Surface. I think I watched Surface. Do they got another season that just came out or what? But yeah, I usually promote my own business, but I say I'm gonna promote Leimert Park on King and all that stuff. I always promote me. So yeah, we are watching Mayor of Kingstown, and so we are on the end of season 2. And so tomorrow when I go to work, we're going to be probably like episode 2 of season 3 of Mayor of Kingstown. Hey, KK, well, girl, I know you say your name. You're so silly. The one thing I want to Landman, yes, that's my favorite show. Not my favorite. All these dang shows that are Taylor Sheridan, y'all all naming Taylor Sheridan shows, but y'all know he left Paramount CBS. And Marshalls is coming back with it's a part of the Yellowstone thing. And that's coming out. It's a brand new show. Now, what the heck they gonna do with Taylor Sheridan gone? And right, Landman is shit. What they gonna do with Taylor Sheridan gone? And then he got all these shows. Every show y'all name is a Taylor Sheridan creation. Like it came from his head. Like Albert created this dang podcast. Like this is my baby. He created Mayor of Kingstown, Landman, Mobland, the Tulsa King, the what's the other one? Marshalls, Yellowstone, Lioness. All of those are his brainchilds. What the fuck they gonna do when that man leave Channel 2? Because he left already. So what they gonna do? CBS, Paramount? I don't know. We need to do a whole show on nothing but Taylor Sheridan. Maybe I could reach out to him and see if he'll come on my show. Since we all such big fans, because I for damn show it. I was gonna talk about Married to Medicine, not because I want to talk about Married to Medicine. I want to watch the Copenhagen test too. I said I got to get into that when I'm mentally like probably a Saturday when I can just sit and just like watch it. I keep seeing it and I'm like, I'm going to watch that. I got to give that my devoted attention and I don't be having that. I don't be having that, girl. I was going to talk about the family reunion that Married to Medicine had. Not about the show, but just that I want to do it. I don't ever recall a family reunion in my life. I'm 40, 50, almost 50. I ain't ever had one. So I like that, where your friends come together and you guys get a park or something, and then you have a family reunion. Because when you think about it now, we're so co-blended in friendships that they've become more family than family has been family. And that will be cool, but whomever can invite their real blood family, now that we know Michael is ours, we can invite the kid. Now that we know he belongs to us, we can invite Michael too. Chopper can come. So I think that's kind of cool. I think we need to do that. And you just come with your family, and that's kind of cool because then other people's family, your friends are meeting your family. And like the whole, I think that's some dope shit. I think we need to do that. That might be my birthday idea, the family reunion. I might do one of my birthday parties because I'm going to do 5 parties, I think, this year, Kay. I might be overdoing it, but I might do 5 parties this year. And one of them going to be the family reunion. Chopper. Kids Corner, I ain't really got one. Aja isn't, my little sweet pumpkin ain't feeling well. So that's it. Sterling, me and Sterling, we just lost in, well, I'm not, but he's not. I am. I'm lost in Penguin World. And all he do is send me a gazillion penguin videos. So if y'all getting penguin videos, which I kind of spare y'all from those, because me and my real game is real. I've been sparing y'all. However, all he do is send me penguin videos, and I love it because he know how much I love me some penguins. How much I love me all the kind of animals. And we talking about these elephants in Indonesia. This elephant, he over there killing people and killed 22 people in Indonesia right now. So yeah, Felicia Jones. So you can get your whole Jones people out here and have them ready to come be at the family reunion. So I'm going to figure it out and we're going to get that together. And then Chopper, well, y'all know him because he's the guest. So let's just get into it. The reason why y'all all here. Shut up, Michael. Your daddy on the line. Let's get into it. The socioeconomic effects of COVID, crash out culture, education, environment, climate, and the world we're living in now. In this 3-part series, we will unpack what COVID did to people, not just financially, but educationally, mentally, socially, culturally, and emotionally. And to help us to dive in deep, we have a guest. I said co-host, but he said he ain't no co-host. That can shed light on an experience from a vantage point we'd never quite understand. This didn't happen to us. It happened to them. Please put your hands together. You need some something to get comfortable or something? Starting. Put your hands together as we welcome Michael Kimball, a.k.a. Chopper, the professor. Well, he chopper to me and his daddy. He the professor to his pawpaw. He's the Mac and Michael Lyko to his aunties. But he's simply my baby boy. Michael graduated from junior high in 2020. He was in lockdown his first year of high school and dealt with stringent COVID protocols as they returned to campus his 10th grade year and mustered through the rest of the way. Without further ado, Chopper! You got any opening statements? You don't have to have any.
No, I gotta cover you. Not much money.
Shut up, boy. I ain't covered nothing. Let me see if this microphone on. Shut up. Okay.
Covered it at quite the volume too.
I did what the volume?
Put this on quite the volume.
Hush, let me put this on this side so I can see if it stopped working because because one of these might be messing up. So anyhow, take me back to 2020. What do you remember most about that moment when they told you you ain't got to go to school tomorrow, you ain't got to go to school no more for the next, we don't really know?
I don't really remember the moment. I remember like the week before the moment. I remember mostly like my English class because I had the most friends in that class. That was funny because we were talking. I think that was the year Kobe died, right? That was like he died just before. So yeah, I remember we were talking about like that in class prior, and then
dang, that's history.
We were like, oh, yeah. We like the big news at the moment was
Kobe
died, and we were talking about that in class, and then there were like slight mentions of like, oh, there's like some. I think at that point they were calling it like the Wuhan disease or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, Auntie Vic just said, "Hey, I'm just telling you, keep going, because he ain't gonna stop talking to you." Oh, my bad.
I think that's the point of the podcast. What's it called? So it was like still calling it like the Wuhan or whatever disease, and like at this point we're just like, oh, it's like the same way like right now they're talking about how there's like the swine flu whatever's coming back. You think like, okay, it's like it's there, but probably ain't gonna be nothing. This whatever. But yeah, everybody's thinking it's like, okay, it's just
the bird flu, swine flu, all the things that we've heard in the past. That is very interesting.
Well, for us, it wasn't like that because it was like, at this point, we're only 13. We ain't got no history with it. It was like swine flu was like.
Oh, did you ever hear about Ebola? Or
well, yeah, we knew about it. Like,
okay, so yeah, so you were equating it to.
But we weren't equating it to that. We were just like, oh, it's just some disease. Oh. To us, swine flu, you could have got from eating pork. We don't even know we don't know any of this stuff. So like, it's not. We never obviously, we never lived through any like.
Did you feel as if it was going to be temporary?
At the very moment that like it got announced, because it was like, oh, you wake up and like, oh yeah, you got to go to school. Like at first, I feel like for me at least, at first I was like, oh, this gonna be like a little. But then you think about it for a bit, you're like, I ain't never had to not go to school because of a disease before. Like that's never happened. Like unless I personally had it. So to full on cancel like district wide. Not even district wide, countrywide to cancel school and be like, yeah, y'all not going no more. Like,
so you did understand, or did you understand how big that moment was?
Not big in terms of like timeline wise, like this is gonna be a while before we go back, but definitely like this is bigger than like they're making it seem like understandably they don't want to make you panic, like, oh yeah, this is like people are dying, but it is definitely like at least for me, I was like, like I'm like I said, there's never been, not even just disease wise, there's never been anything where it was like district wide, statewide, countrywide, nobody's going to school. The only thing I think that came close to that was when there was like a storm or something, and that caused like damage directly to the school. Because like California, we're not built for getting rain like that.
Okay, so moving forward, what was it like graduating junior high at that point? without a real ending?
Mm, a little weird, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, class of 2020 for high school, they don't shut up about it. We didn't get a prom. We didn't get it. I get it, but like it's been been 6 years now.
So feeling as if you're
But
the underdog, like, oh, I can't complain that much
yeah, I'm like,
because
I get it, but it's been 6 years. Like, come on, like we
I'm
good.
not talking about now. I'm talking about you
I know,
then.
no, I'm just saying, but like,
It was like as big because you
it was,
also had a sister who graduated 2020 high school, and
yeah.
you
I
lived in
mean,
a house that felt a direct impact to the correlation of something like that, where most kids may not have had anybody. You
mm,
had to live in the same household where you saw the devastation we all went through without you not being able to graduate.
I mean, I never really thought about it like that, but probably that's part of it. But I think also for me, it was just like, I don't know. It's middle school graduation. You don't really think that much, or at least I didn't think that much about it. I was like I ain't done with this yet. I still gonna have to go back to school regardless. Like, so I think the weirdest part was definitely like friends. Like, there's friends from middle school where it's like we just kind of like
Go ahead.
uh,
Mhm.
from middle school where it's like we just gotta stop talking. Like that was like the last time I saw them, and it was the last time I ever like talked to these people. And there was never like a, you know.
A goodbye
Well,
or
I mean, I
see you
mean,
later. Have a nice life.
oh, okay, nobody
Um,
says have it like you
I,
don't
I
tell
thought you
nobody
guys.
have a nice life unless you don't like it. Nobody I
No,
pulled
but
up to on
you write
graduation
in
like, oh
your
yeah, have a
notebook,
great
or what's the
summer
thing
thing.
called,
Yeah,
a photo
yearbook.
book, yearbook.
Have a great summer, like yeah, I guess.
Okay.
But like there was some. I mean, for me, it is like never like there's not. I don't. I've never done that. Like, I mean, I've done the like yearbook thing, but like not like the whole. Oh,
You're writing in everybody's shit.
I
Gotcha.
feel like I think like graduation is more just like it settles in everybody's mind. There's people that you're not going to see ever again. I think when it's an abrupt stop like that, you don't get that opportunity to be like, oh, some of these people I'm just never going to see again.
So what does that
But
impact? Does it emotionally, do you feel as if there's an emotional impact that's had on you where abrupt ends, because that's in many ways the finality of that could be a grieving place where it feels like a death. It's an immediate end without my bringing it to a close, or the system bringing it to a close, or the course bringing it to a close, or whatever we were on track with coming to a close or a culmination, because it typically would have, right? And you look forward to that. And it's like, if I never see you again, I don't care. But we graduated, we high five, we threw our cap, and we hugged, and that was it. But you had the opportunity. Do you feel as if it impacted you in any way with emotional regulation, or maybe not even regulating it? But do you feel as if any kind of impact of finality without your consent per se?
I feel like the way you said it was like a death almost with the whole like instant like kind of like ripped off band-aid. I feel like in practice it doesn't play out like that because in the moment you think it's only going to be like a week, but then as time goes on, that's when you slowly realize, oh, it's almost the end of the year
Mm.
and we haven't been back. So at this point, there's like almost no way we're going back. So I feel like it slowly settles in that, oh, we're not going back. And then by that point, I think you kind of already known for a bit, and that's when you finally, like, yeah, we just not going back. Like that's just what it is at this point. And then I feel like I didn't really think about the fact that there's people that I just straight up like that was the last time I ever saw them until like
Oh.
probably like summer or something, where I'm like, like, because by now it's like also still locked down. Like it's still locked down. It's not like you really go hang out or anything over the
Mm-hmm.
summer, unless you like close with somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like I didn't really think about it until that summer, and I was like, huh, dang. Well, I mean, if I had to start high school, I probably wouldn't have seen these people like unless we go into the same high school. Probably wasn't going to like
Mm-hmm.
happen until. But that's just, like me personally. I could definitely see like for some people it was like a.
Mm. So, how did starting high school during the lockdown, how was your approach to school in that? because for most people, I believe once you guys got to March 20th when we locked down, if you was passing, just pass the kid. If they was
Yeah,
failing, fail the kid. There
that's
was
what
not
happened.
really much instruction left from that March when we ended or went into lockdown to summer, which was only 2 months left of instruction. Much of that is testing and closing out, So
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
the
It
new way
was
of approaching high school is different
I'm
from the
gonna
last
say
way.
the news got around pretty quick through the students that they couldn't change a grade at that point. I'm not gonna lie. The moment that came out, I didn't touch that computer. I don't think most people did. Like if we talking numbers wise, I probably failed. But on the record, I
You are on the record right now again.
no, they can't change it now. It's been too long. It's like statute of limitations. It's too late. They got to suck it up. Be like, well, and I'm not the only one. I know kids that probably started that with a C and passed. It was like,
Well, that's how I felt as a parent that you fell behind. Your trajectory,
oh,
thirst
I don't say fell
for
behind.
education diminished during that time. The intent in your educational perseverance was definitely crippled as a parent who saw this to a parent who saw, well, he's smart, so we ain't got to worry about him. And that was pretty much me and your father's approach. This shit sucks, it's horrible, but thank God Sterling and Aja are out of school, and we only have Michael to deal with needing to be educated. And he could probably graduate from high school right now if he took the test. So we okay with the fact that they about to fumble my baby these next 4 years. But how did you feel starting lockdown? And how did you feel in that approach to high school? Because it was on computers and it's some weird shit
Like,
that you ain't never did before.
what? So you mean like how did it feel starting freshman year online? Like, uh, I mean, definitely really weird, but like, I don't. I don't know. I never really thought. Not gonna lie. Once again, I was asleep most of that year, so it was. I'm just not going. Hey, I
She's
passed.
so
Like,
embarrassing. I thought I picked the right one out of the litter. Like you pick them up and you're like, this is a cute one. Let's use this one for the pictures.
I mean, I'm not gonna
I should have been
lie.
talking to
You
Asha.
know, she would have done. She likes sleeping more than me. She would have been out.
Yeah, but she graduated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing she
So it's
did,
only you.
because.
Okay, go ahead, little boy. Okay, so you
But
was sleeping half the year, ninth grade, it showed. Uh-huh. Your grades reflected that. Okay.
but what's it called? I don't know. It was definitely weird, but I think the weirdest part was the social aspect of just like you're in high school, but I feel like honestly, well, are you gonna talk about after like actually getting to high school, or like is that another question? Because if
Getting
so,
to high school?
I mean like getting to the school, like going back and like sophomore year.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
We're going,
I'll
yes,
save it
yes.
for then. But I
Okay.
have a very interesting observation.
Okay, okay. Well,
But what's it called? Yeah, I think the weirdest part of freshman year was honestly not even being a freshman, or like the transition from middle school to high school, because it didn't feel like a transition from middle school to high school.
did
I
you
think the weirdest
feel
part
like
was being online.
do you feel like learning remotely forced you to become more independent or more isolated
Uh,
as an
mm,
already pretty independent? Like when you would do
yeah,
your work, you would be able to sit there and do your work. You didn't need, so you had a level of independence for your own learning.
I never
But
really
did you feel isolated or more independent?
honestly, I never really thought about that, but I've taken a decent amount of online courses in like college now, and that might be part of it. Like it feels pretty easy to me, but it might be because I've just spent a whole year doing it already. Like especially at like not just like a higher level like college, but like a high school
Hmm.
level where they expect a certain level of you. Like there's less hand holding. Honestly, I think if any, I mean, obviously because you're older, it's probably better that online schooling happens in high school, but also because in high school you're already kind of expected that a certain level of your work is going to have to be done
And
independently. Like hands off, the teacher's are going to tell you what to do, and you got to be able to do it. Like, which is similar to what happens in online courses. You're just provided all the materials. They'll like obviously have like online lectures or whatever. They'll walk you through certain things, but for the most part, you're expected to be able to figure it out on your own. So
I was going to ask you, what kind of skills do you believe that you learn? But what I gather is a more grounding and foundational basis for that independent learning and the way in which most education is going technologically anyway. So,
yeah, like I think that I mean I'd be interested to see like uh, a study, like a numbers, you know, uh, representation of it. But like the amount of kids start like choosing online courses, uh, like post COVID, not necessarily for young kids, for people who were in
we can
high
look it up.
school.
I'll look it up.
Because it's,
Bureau statistics.
I do feel like it definitely, at the very least, exposed you to it. And I would be surprised if a lot of people like did more on just college in general online post COVID, just because like, well, I've already done it before, and I like certain aspects of it, and like it wouldn't be too separate from what I've already
And they're
done. It's not
probably,
that big of a jump anymore. So
and just being in IT, I know that that's typically how programs are developed based off of the consensus of the users that they have. And because you guys, not that learning online is something new, however, education on that level, when you may have newer users adapting to a different platform of learning, so it's not like they've ever done it before. It's all new people learning, but they're learning at 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and they're learning at the high school level, that they're creating programs that are more built for individuals who are totally new to how I learn this way.
mm-hmm.
um do you think there's anything you feel that you miss that affects you today?
Ooh, not really today, but I do think in the moment, which honestly I kind of viewed as a positive. There was never an awkward freshman period for at least for I feel like
Mm.
for me, but also probably for a lot of other like kids my like within the
Mm-hmm.
same
So
grade as
that's a
me. I
plus.
don't know or wait, was this the sophomore question? Like
No, not yet.
okay. But I'm trying to think, is there anything like I can't really think of any specific like
So you
distinct
think not?
negatives.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like, but I do think a big one that I noticed is like there never felt like there was an awkward freshman period. The most awkward part about it was just that at the same time, like, usually it's like you get to the school freshman year and you learn the school freshman year. But for us, a lot of us,
We're expected to have already known it when you got there.
yeah, it was like we get there, but we're just as clueless as to the school's layout and all this stuff as the freshmen are, right? We're just older than them. So like
Now you got the awkward stage of being the
yeah,
older awkward.
we got well no, it's not like a I don't think it was that because I think
Hey, you was a big old
honestly,
dummy.
I feel like in school, most of the awkward, like,
Uh-huh.
feeling comes from being younger. Not even
Mm-hmm.
necessarily
Mm-hmm.
what you know. It's just more like,
Like Tyson. It has to
yeah,
do with.
like social hierarchy is just more
Mm-hmm.
about what it looks like on the outside. It doesn't really matter if you actually know this stuff. It's just I'm taller than you, I'm older than you. What you gonna do about it? Like, I don't really care if you. I don't care if you think I'm stupid for not knowing it. You stupid and you young. Like, what are we talking about? Like, anyway. But yeah, it's like I think it was a little weird at first because it's definitely like you did have to learn the school your second year, but you didn't have to focus on learning the school while also being in high school when you were in middle school, and then also being the youngest like at the school. Like you only have to really worry about one thing because it was like, yeah, I'm clueless, but they're clueless and scared. Like I don't. Like I'm already mostly through puberty. You still going like
How you do puberty? You're 15 at this age.
yeah, but they're like 13. That's my point. Like
Okay, next.
it's
Okay. Tell me your sophomore story.
okay. This is where it gets right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was honestly so interesting because I think most of the stuff that you're expected to do freshman year, not really like you gotta do it freshman year. You can do it like sophomore, like meeting new people. I thought that was gonna be weird because it was like you spent a whole year not talking to people, not like and like usually you find out like you find friends and stuff freshman year. So like sophomore year, you expect to already have like a like a group of people.
But when you have friends that also went to other schools with you, that doesn't help any.
I know it does, but it is weirder.
I mean,
It's
you
like
had your sister. I mean, you had Kennedy there with you when y'all went back, but y'all acted
yeah,
like y'all didn't know each
honestly, you saying that, but I genuinely forgot that Kennedy went to
other.
school. I'm just saying. But anyways,
This is like an Aja. They
I just
crazy.
I
Yeah,
forgot. I was like you said that and I was
yeah.
like,
She acted
yeah,
like
she
she didn't know
was
you
there.
either. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Y'all
But
both stepped foot on at the same time. She was in the
yeah.
ninth year. But go ahead. Sophomore
Um
story.
yeah, what's it called? Like a lot of stuff you expect to do as a freshman, you can do as a sophomore. Like I was talking about the whole like learning the school. Nothing's stopping you from doing that sophomore year. There's nothing stopping you from making friends sophomore year. And it was like, yeah, there were some people that you knew from middle school, but it has been a whole year since the last time. Like, not just we talked last year. We talked last year. Like that was the last time we really hung out and stuff. So we talked like yeah face to face at school. So it was more for that. It was more like a nostalgia that like we're like oh what's up? It's been a while. Like,
He
like
like man.
yeah, I was like, hey, that's crazy. Like you low key got like a little
Okay.
mustache going on and stuff.
Well, y'all
That's what I'm
all
saying.
look different.
That's what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying.
how did isolation affect you guys emotionally
Oh,
then during that time?
I don't. Okay, big thing. I don't think it affected my group that much. I think it affected Kennedy's group so much. Like genuinely, because I had to take. Well, as you know, I took Mandarin first year, never again. So I ended up taking Spanish one my sophomore year, which typically would be like more
I
freshmen in
remember
that
you and
class.
Kennedy were.
The craziest thing, all the freshmen acted like the most childish I've seen like many people act. I'm like, that's crazy. Y'all are freshmen. And then I was thinking about it, it makes sense. The last
They
time you
were
were in school,
seventh graders,
exactly. The
and
last
now they're
time you
here with
exact
adults.
that is the biggest jump I think any group has really I mean, I guess technically maybe fourth to sixth grade, but like even then, as a sixth
Ooh.
grader, you're still like expected to be like new to this whole preteen thing. But like
Okay, so
the
that's
jump
British. That's
to
Anaya.
from seventh to ninth grade, I think was a big
That's
jump
Taryn.
of maturity. Like you're supposed like by this
Damn.
point, you're expected to
And as girls. Okay.
you're expected to act a certain way. You're supposed to act with like a certain level of like managing yourself. You're not like in seventh grade it's like, okay, we like I know you're gonna be a little like loud, boisterous, whatever.
But damn, and they
Like,
left
dude,
seventh grade in March. So not even
exactly.
seventh grade at the end of seventh grade, like seventh grade in March.
Like I feel like eighth grade is like the grade where
And then you drop them into high school with men that is 18 years old.
like I think that was the weirdest one.
Oh, Kennedy.
It was just like y'all are so
Bread.
childish. It's like y'all are like remarkably childish. And I was like, to me, I was like, that makes no sense. But then I thought about it more like, actually, that makes perfect sense because you didn't have an eighth grade where your teachers are really preparing you for like, this is not gonna fly in high school. Like, where I feel like the
They don't
difference
have,
between
they've
seventh
never
and eighth
touched a
grade,
child again. They've been isolated 100% from
exactly,
that March all the way
they got
until they
taken
entered
from being
into that ninth grade at that
a
high
child
school.
all the way to you are expected to at a certain level act like an adult. Like this is a place with adults. Like your teachers are gonna treat you more like an adult. Your peers are gonna treat you more like an adult.
And you
Like
were pretty much damn near sixth, seventh grade little girl when you ended up landing in high
you
school.
and then that's like
Damn, that's a big one,
it was
Chopper.
very weird seeing how weird they acted at first. I think like
But
over
you
that
are
1 year,
always with Kennedy. I mean, not always with Kennedy, but you guys are more. Was it an isolated thing where there were girls who did, and then there were girls who didn't? Now, maybe when girls get with one another, they all seem to be in the same kind of, sphere. So, with you being Kennedy playing basketball, travel ball, she was always in basketball. You and her always being a big part of one another's lives. was that grouping? I don't even know how to frame it, so it's okay.
Well, I mean, it wasn't just the girls, so I don't want to. I don't want
It
to
was
seem like it
boys
was just.
too.
I think it was just all of them.
Yeah, well, I can
Which,
understand boys, and they're slower in the
yeah,
West End, so I know that they were totally underdeveloped. So if it's just the girls, then I know the boys, because at least the girls can get their education right, because Kennedy's crew is educationally had
yeah,
their stuff
Kennedy
together.
was
So,
Kennedy,
but
but I
it'd be
mean,
the
Kennedy's
boys.
never been like super immature. Like she's always been. More,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so that's how I get what you're saying. I wholeheartedly
but like
understand them.
that class, I remember very specifically because I was like, bro, this class is crazy. Like,
Yeah, if it
y'all
wasn't for
are
Kennedy, that
insane.
would have been another not so good grade. Did you ever feel like finding motivation was hard
During
because things felt so lax? I slept this whole year. How do you get back into? Was any of that hard to do? To be motivated, to get up, to go, to learn, to be involved, to join a group, a club, of this, a sport, or that.
during or after?
When you got went into school, now that we're back.
Um, Not really. I feel like just well, I mean, at least for me, having to wake up at like 6:30 in the morning, then like it's kind of hard not to like. By the time I'm at school, I've been up
For 2
moving
hours,
around
yeah.
for like 2 hours at this point. So I get like I did all that just to like what not care. Like I'm already here. I might as well. And then also I feel like school is just for me. School's never been like unenjoyable. I guess like obviously you don't want to do homework. You know like some classes you don't like, but the process of actually being at school, I've never had a problem with that. Like I've always liked being at school with my friends and stuff. So
Did any of the isolation or the separation during that time change the way in which you guys socialize or interact or connect? And does it feel the same now? Like, oh, a friend is a friend, and you can easily not see them or talk to them for years, and as long as they're not dead, well, maybe engage on a social something, may see them again. Or are you guys more connected now because of social medias? Or
I was gonna say I think it might be that like I think that experience made people more willing to I mean, it was already kind of like that, but I think it was more like being not just interacting online, but being connected online. Like instead of just we talk at school and then we look at each other's like pictures or whatever, we like, text a little bit. It's like instead we have a whole group chat that we're talking in even when we get home, and we're also like organizing stuff to do when we're not at school, and like you just become because
like
it's like
breakout sessions on Zoom and Teams? I mean, well, that's kind of sort of what that is, where you can, I'm sure your teachers have had you guys do that. Like, I need you guys to work in groups, and and they put you four over here, and they put you four over here.
I will say, it feels like teachers tried to do that more. Like, they definitely tried to make, like, force interaction more.
Yeah, your
Because I
dad.
feel like they felt like we were socially stunted, even though I was like, most of us felt like we chilling. Like,
Chilling.
I mean,
A 10th grade ain't nothing really expected of you. So that's a
yeah,
chilling year. That is the
like,
most chilliest year you can ever
like
have.
I go
It's
like,
ice
okay,
cold.
like, okay, we'll talk. And like, we would, like, I feel like in 10th grade, I was like, like I don't think I don't think any of us really had that big of a problem with social interaction like that. Like we was like, all right, like we talk, like I think at first, like the first month or two, it was definitely like more awkward. But I think really quick you settle back in because it's like a routine. At this point, I've already been here like 60 days. Like it's not like when you're doing it every single day, it's not that hard to
What
get back
about
into it.
the protocols that you guys had to go through to get into
Oh,
school?
my protocol with the bus that sucked too. But
And
um,
also, like when you guys were in school, how did how disruptive was it when a child goes out because, oh, that kid got it. Oh, that kid got it. Oh, you went to class with that kid. Oh, damn, because it was like little red dots just
yeah,
all over as you guys went. But it was still,
you got like
droplets of crazy going on.
like proximity bans from school. But I mean, honestly, I don't think it was prevalent enough to where it was like it'd be one thing if it was like, oh, he's just in the same class as that person. But it was really like, unless you were sitting right next to that person, you ain't really gotta do it. Which also is like smart. If you were sitting right next to the person, you probably should stay home and see if you got it, because like kids kind of nasty. So, but I think the most annoying thing was definitely just in the mornings having to sign in every day, like through the QR code thing, especially if you took the bus, because that means when you got there, it was alongside 20 other kids, not 20, probably like 30 other kids. And then because the buses all typically get there on the same time, it's not just those 30 other kids, that's your group of 30 kids. And there's like three other groups of 30 kids. So now you got like 100 plus kids waiting in this line to get into school. But I don't think it was that big of a deal because the teachers knew that. And like you'd always like by
But
the
that
time you
still
got in there,
minimizes
like
the amount of instruction time you get if you're late every day.
them teachers didn't start like actually teaching nothing until like 10 minutes past.
How you think your papa feel about that?
Hey, he was teaching there. Like I'm sure that he started teaching before the bell rang. But for us, they knew that most of the class wasn't in there, so they was like, well, let me just wait.
From your ears to heaven, Papa. He would have been teaching before. Oh, this kid.
I don't think it was. I think people
Okay,
just knew.
back to how you guys channel things, because my next segment in this 3-part series is talking about the emotional impact that it had because of people's finances. There's a whole lot of other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. But I do want to get an understanding and the framework of how you guys learned to become a generation that expresses your emotions differently than other people before. Do you think that is a COVID, like that is the impact of COVID? And does it allow you to make, like, however you probably went into life, being whatever you felt, COVID had to have some impression on the way in which you once expressed your emotions, express everything. Because I can't get to the person. So like, what about, I'm the type of person I used to go to them and be like, hey, sucker, you said such and such. I can't do that no more. So how do I learn to still tell that nigga, hey, sucker? You know, like, how do I get to him now? How do I do this? How do I have a girlfriend? How do I seek out, how do I do these things? Do you think it allowed you guys to suppress emotions, or did you learn to express them differently? I believe you guys learn to do it differently.
How would you say we do it? Like, from what you said.
I think your generation is one that could withstand long-term, hey, I'm interviewing you, long-term relationships better than us. I think that is due to the isolation. And I don't know, I would say a withdrawal from society, but you guys also don't have the finances to go out and live the way that we did when we were your age. So because of those variables that kind of don't really render the scale balanced, it's kind of hard to say, because I can also understand the reasons why some of these things are the way that they are for you. Because how can I, like you having a long distance relationship, you guys, even in the same city during COVID, have a long distance relationship and you in the same city, because it's really all online. It's all, we talk, we connect, which is a better connection anyway, because you typically hear a person, you validate a person, you do a lot more than when you're with a person, oftentimes. So I think that that's one huge thing that I see in the youth, and a lot because people are at so many different colleges and they're still together. When we went off to another college,
I think that's more so. I don't think that's necessarily due to
Uh-uh.
COVID as much as due to just the internet. Like it's a lot easier
Yeah.
to stay connected. So
See, the variables are different. We only had I missed his call, I missed her call, I missed his call, I missed her call.
yeah,
Hey,
and that cost you.
hello. So
That's
when that
crazy.
relationship went pew, so that's what I'm saying. You guys also learn how to have engagement through a different source, a resource than we did at that time
I don't know if necessarily COVID changed that much about like
versus
when.
technology.
Well, I would just say that I wouldn't even say versus technology. I was thinking in general. Like I feel like a misconception is that COVID affected just everybody in like big ways early, like during schooling, and I mean, like it kind of did, but I feel like most of it was pretty isolated to school, aside from specific groups. Like I don't think obviously it didn't affect everybody equally, but I feel like it's not even that it didn't affect everybody equally, it's that it only affected like long term only affected certain groups. Like the younger kid, they hey, they might be lost. I'm not gonna lie. You had a whole year where you wasn't even in school learning how to read. That might be it for you. I'm not gonna lie. Like that they go I feel like an extra not an
That's why
extra
I really
year,
need
but an extra
Charvon
English
Jones
class. Like
for
but anyway, yeah.
my third part.
I think like for us, I don't think it. I think it definitely affects our like in school experience, but I feel like post school, I don't think it affects much. Besides, like I said earlier, with the whole online courses, like this, because that was
How do you
honestly a
learn to
very
pick
interesting.
friends? Is
I feel like once you're like in eighth grade, you already know like you already got your method of picking friends. You
okay,
know what you
okay.
like in people, you know what you don't like in people. Like
Mm-hmm,
you already kind of got an idea of
mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm.
I don't think by high school it's going. I mean, it'll kind of change, but I think that's more like it'll change as a product of you being older than a product of you being in high school or anything.
Do you think you guys value relationships more than or differently than generations that come before you
Not, I don't think it's that we value relationships
or
differently, but I think,
connections?
I think it's just I think we value trying to at the very least keep in touch because I think COVID made you realize how easy it was to stay in touch. Like how, or not how easy, but how like it don't take much. Like just text your friends every now and then. FaceTime is there. Like if you got it, you can use Zoom, I guess. But
Do you think that when you see the youth cutting up and crashing out, what do you think that that is a? And there's always been youth that cut the hell up,
I'm
right? But some of the crashing out that we see now and the crash out culture, it happens in all age ranges, but we see a lot of it in the youth. Why do you believe that so many people within your age range are angry, checked out, or impulsive right now? Like the emotional regulation just don't seem to quite get it.
I feel like that's because of the state the world is in right now. It's just I feel like a lot of people my age look at the future, and I feel like we're a lot of honestly a lot when we were younger too. Like when we were younger, and this is real cringe because like it was cringe at the time. Like looking back, that was cringe. But like even in like into elementary school to like middle school, kids talk about getting that bag. You know, like oh I'm balling. You know, the what's it called? The like the what's it? We grinding. You know, it's the
Your
you know
auntie
like
Erica said it's the music.
might be the music. I don't know. Music good though. I can't lie. But what's it called? I think when we were younger, like my generation, we were like kind of excited to be what?
Younger, your generation. Okay, go ahead, child.
I'm part of a generation.
You are.
I was older than we the same generation.
I know.
Sterling a little too old though.
Go on now with what you
Anyways,
was going.
30. Anyway,
20?
she old
Hey,
too.
you gonna be
Anyway,
20 before he 30.
that's fine.
Uh-huh.
I can't even drink yet. Anyways,
You don't need to.
what's it called? I think yeah, when we were younger, I think like the idea of growing up, getting a job, right, like putting in the hours, whatever, going to college, like all that seems very appealing, right? I think like No, I think we're like when we were younger, we were like excited to grow up, especially because like I feel like we were younger. Like they just like I
That's
feel
what
like
we
that's why
all
people.
thought. So
No,
is
but I
this
feel
the
like a lot of
generation that
people.
say, "No, no more"?
I feel like that's why a lot of people reminisce about like 2016, 2018. Like that was like those times were
So is that
fun.
a
The
trend? Why
music
everybody doing 2016?
that I don't know, and I feel
I'm
like it's mostly
lost.
pushed by the younger kids. I'm like, you weren't even alive. I don't know why. Like this
Boy, they
kid,
was alive.
20. I saw something about fifth graders talking about 2016 is in. You weren't alive. You don't know what 2016 was. You were born
Okay,
2016.
get back on. Okay.
But anyways, I feel like
Why y'all?
the 2016, 2018, like you didn't really play, but like Fortnite, like that was popular. There was like summer
So
2016, summer
gaming,
2018.
your
I think
auntie Erica talking about
things
music
were
culture.
like songs of 20. Like I think things were
Just
very happy. Things were very fun. Like people were getting excited and like, oh, I'm ready to like grow up, get a job. I'm ready to go to college. I'm ready. Like I think that at that
get a
time that
bag.
was yes, like that I think was very
Get
exciting.
that
But I think
bag.
as time has gone on, more so than in previous generations, we've seen the world just kind of like drop off a cliff. And now we look forward and it's like, I'm not gonna get a house in my lifetime. Like I'm not gonna get a house in my lifetime. I'm gonna get a job, but even if it's like a good job, I'm probably not going like it's not gonna be nothing. I feel like people are seeing the future and thinking like it's not I mean not only is like the disillusionment of just like growing up, but on top of that, it's like more so than like like almost any other time in history is like this is not like going like nothing good's about to happen. Like we about to go into like World War III. What's it called?
You feel like you
The
gotta go to war?
No, I'm saying like overall, like we seeing what's happening in like multiple governments across the world. Like we feel like World War III, people have become more radical than ever on both sides. You got the economy where it's like you barely like people working good jobs, barely able to like afford rent. You got like it's just all around. People I think feel in my generation feel like
Hopeless.
yeah, it's like there's not the American dream ain't a thing anymore. Like you're just looking at it, it's not really like
What's the solution?
there's a lot of change like across the board.
How do you get change?
I mean, just voting and all that. I think. Oh, how old is the audience here?
They're old enough
No, but
for
I
me
mean,
to
like,
drink and have my marijuana.
no. I don't mean if they're old enough to hear this. I mean old enough to how old because they might get offended. They not that old, right? Y'all like
no,
old, but like,
go on and say, but this is what we want. This is
when the boomers die out, and y'all will unfortunately be soon after. But I think when
and
they
maybe
die
then
out,
that's when you'll be able to afford a house.
no, I think it's millennials. No, that's not what I was gonna say.
I'm just saying. Well, at least that might help you out a little bit.
If you look at the statistics and if you look at like the past like 5 presidents or something like that have all been boomers, which you wouldn't think because every 4 years. So that's like for the past 20 years or something, they've all been from the same generation. Like that's all that doesn't make sense. Like just numbers wise, that doesn't make sense. Boomers just have held control over the government, the economy, all of that for so long that it's like once they're gone, there's going to be a shift in power, and it's probably going to go to millennials because that's the next largest group
sector
of people,
generation,
and they're going to be around that age where they have more control. So
but then they'll be more. You don't believe that they'll be more in their radicalized state?
Well, I feel like
and
millennials
much
are
like
also
the next boomers because they're going to be the oldest, and then they'll be on their way to start getting pushed
human
out
nature
too.
that everybody does what's best for them. Like that's just what humans
facts.
do.
And by then, when they get to that point, they may be this and that and this and that. And this is all the stuff they're gonna be voting for and wanting people to vote for.
Everybody gonna hate millennials too because they gonna have held power for the past 30 years, and then they're gonna be like, well, when the millennials die out, we'll find it's gonna be the same thing. But I think at least currently, by the time they get power, right, because they'll be at that age, right, those are the past who have had power, right? Like, unfortunately for y'all are at that age where it's like
your daddy at that age. I'm not.
But anyway, it's like y'all are at the age where like the boomers are old enough to where they can still hold power, but by the time they're completely gone.
Lucky as a guess. That's
yeah. Speak for you. Yeah. They're not gonna silence us.
That's his daddy. Shut up, Michael.
But what's it called?
Go ahead, child.
But by the time they die off, it's like y'all gonna be old enough to where it's probably like you're not gonna be in the age range where you want to step into like the leadership roles where it's like you want to chill, like, which is understandable. Like y'all have to deal with them too. I'm not gonna lie.
So who becomes the leadership?
Millennials, I feel like it's gonna be millennials because they're gonna be around the age where they're young enough to where.
What's AOC and Jasmine Crockett? Are they millennials? I
think
believe
so.
they are. Yeah.
What's her name? She was part of not the Federal Reserve, but Lena Khan. That's her name. Like they're all around that age range. Zoran Mamdani, another one. I think Gavin Newsom also. No, he's not.
No, he's
Gen
older.
X,
He's up there with us.
Yeah, he's Gen X. But what's it called? He I think a lot of you can see like in the modern government where it's like a lot of the newer upcoming big names are millennial or like millennial adjacent, and so I feel like when boomers are gone, it's going to be millennials who take over a lot of the leadership roles, and it's going to be on them to make more of the changes that open up the future. Because right now, it's like I said, a lot of power is held by boomers who are trying to prolong their prosperity as long as possible.
I mean, McConnell is over there.
Into the final inches of their life, they're going to hold on to that as much as they can. But then once they're gone, it's like now these policies are benefiting no one. So it doesn't make sense to even keep them around. So now we're gonna change it because what is the point of keeping it? No one benefits from it at this point. So because right now I'm pretty sure the largest voter base is also boomers, and obviously they vote for themselves too. Like the most active voter base, like not necessarily the largest, but they all of them will actually go vote. So I think I was just like, hopefully you give it a couple years and
so it's a numbers game for you, logic and numbers. Did we think anything else with this kid?
I mean, with this, what more could it really be? I feel like you kind of gotta they're 80, they can't be here much longer.
The scale is tipping to us about like that, and it is all tumbled down. Okay.
Or if we hit another COVID, I don't think their immune system's built like that. We might not have it this time, especially because
we don't want the government to shut us down. Don't be put no.
I feel a little cough coming on.
No spur. Shut up. No conspiracy theories out there. Do you think crash out culture is misunderstood by older generations?
I think it's understood by every generation. I think, oh my God.
Everybody understands crash out?
I was about to say, I hate white people, but let me chill on that. Because I was just thinking, this is one thing that
white.
Thought that was 19 years ago.
Because he thought it was just a color.
Well, so there you go. But
Richard.
Anyways,
my friend Richard, he's
that's
white.
The thing that annoyed me so much about TikTok is that what?
Okay, go ahead.
The whole thing of crash out culture, I feel like only got popularized. But a lot of things, obviously TikTok is the major media now. It's bigger than Facebook, bigger than Instagram, bigger than it's the main form of trend setting in the modern day. So the thing is, though, I feel like with a lot of this stuff, and this is why it annoys me so much, is that it's usually Black people on TikTok will say something. A white person sees it on TikTok, not really fully, they can, context clues, they can get a general understanding of what it means, but they don't really know what it means. So,
our colloquialisms, our Black context, exactly. So, our what should be guarded.
What's a good example? Homeboy, homegirl, right? It's abbreviated HBH, right? Okay, cool. So that crazy, I don't know why, it really hit me a day or two ago where I was watching something and this white dude is yeah, so my homegirl, I'm why are you saying that? It's just it really hit me. I'm that is such a crazy thing to think about where it's I've grown up, this is a normal thing for me because, people around me have been saying it since I was a kid. But I've never really thought if you told me 10 years ago I was gonna watch a video and see a white dude say a homeboy or a homegirl with not like one of those one of them like Eminem or something. It's like, oh, you around, like,
A
don't
lot
get
of
too
black
ahead of
people.
yourself. Don't say nothing you shouldn't say, but you around it, but like just like a full on like suburban white dude.
So
say
how do your
this
friends
stuff.
talk as a multicultural group of friends that you have?
I mean, obviously there's like general slang, but like that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's
I
general
think
slang, yeah, because everybody's from everywhere. So
overall it gets adopted. It turns into an adopted like general like words that people say. My only issue is when
when you're
people then
around
say
someone,
it's TikTok slang. So like that's not TikTok slang. That's that's AAVE. That's what like we've been saying for the longest. To reduce it to like, oh, this is what people say on TikTok. It's like that's not how that like. And then when, oh my god, when like the actual understanding of like what it actually means gets misconstrued because it's like telephone. Like originally it's used by a black person who knows what it means. The black community knows what it means. But then you start using it and you only have the general understanding of it because you don't actually know what it means. So then you use it in a slightly messed up way. And then other people think that's the like correct usage of it. And then they're like, okay. So like crash out, right? In the black community, crash out is like you don't even want to be near that person because that's not safe. Like,
right?
like a crash out is a dude on the corner who you don't want to be around.
That's why I say
But
my
then white
crash
people is
out.
like crash out is like,
that's
oh,
not.
crash out is I slammed the door. Like that's not like crash out. That's not crashing out. Like let's be sober. You're not crashing out. You're just upset. Like
Or cutting up, or acting out, or doing something.
exactly. I'm
But
like you don't really know what like like crash out. Like that's not
your grampy crash out.
Exactly. I'm like hey,
I'm taking the ear
like,
halfway to fuck off. Yeah.
Like it's completely
with the
different.
barrel.
Somebody said like woke. That's also a good example. Where it's like someone said like woke, like the word woke.
Yes,
it's like, it's like originally it was like it's like woke, like woke is like like hotep. Like you ascended. You something. Like, but now it's like an insult where it's like like you like Dr. Umar would have been called woke. Like Grand Rising, brothers. And like that's that would have been considered like, oh, you woke. Yeah, but now it's like an insult. It's like, oh, that's the woke left or whatever. It's like, okay, that's whatever. That's not really what it really means. But when enough people use it in a certain way, that's how language works. When enough people use it in a certain way, that's just what it becomes. That's what it starts to mean.
Okay, let's go back to the way that you felt about pretty much feeling hopeless until the boomers die off, right? How did living through COVID shape the way in which you think about the future? Does stability feel important, or does uncertainty feel more normal?
I think both. I mean, I feel like uncertainty is. I think in the modern days, in general, uncertainty is pretty
normal.
Yeah, like it feels like things just all like for the longest have just felt uncertain. It's like you don't really know what's gonna happen next year. Like, man, things be crazy. Like,
that's so fucked up.
Like, cause I'm remembering like what 2020. I want to say, if I remember correctly, there was Kobe, there was the Australian bushfires, there was COVID as a whole, and then I want to say something crazy happened later in the year too. Like, and it's it was like things just like to the points where at the end of the year, people would do like backlog calendars and be like, "This is what happened." Then you're like, "Dang, I forgot that happened this year," because it's just like that's so much that happened. It felt like that was something great, like
a lifetime in 1 year.
Yeah, so it's like every year you get like at the end of the year, people like, "This is what happened this year." You're like, "Dang, that did happen this year, huh?" And I feel like we just become a little desensitized to it. I don't think we've had like a real just chill year in the longest. But honestly, I feel like that might just be the case for life in general, where it's like you think about it and it's like, honestly, even before that, none of these years were really ever chill. Always something's gonna happen every year. But it's just like I feel like the magnitude of things that happen have been getting a little bit more extreme. But
so would you say you feel more hopeful, realistic, cautious?
If it's like, I mean, it's like a, what is it?
Reality just is just what you give me.
It's like relative. Like it's like if things go like keep going the way they're going, like I mean, ain't not really much you can do. Like there's that, then yeah, pretty hopeless. But like I feel like enough people have this like the mindset of this isn't working out to where I think, okay, well, at least people are understanding that this isn't good. Like it would be a completely different thing if it was like everybody was like, oh, this is fine, it's chill, everything gonna be okay. Like how it was when Trump was originally like everybody's like, oh, it's just 4 years, it'll be fine, we'll be okay. And it was like, at first everybody's like, yeah, okay, it's only 4 years, right? We'll be okay. We'll get through it, right? I feel like now people are more in unrest as a whole, just like, all right, I don't know if we can do 4 years of this dude. Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to. I don't know if we'll make it through 4 years of this dude, like without nothing happening. Like, this is not working out. We got to do something. Like,
Cautious,
even
very
and then
cautious,
also even
but
when
realistic about being cautious.
I think another thing is people being more disillusioned with the media as a whole, and I think part of that has to do with AI. You kind of
Mhm.
have to be. So I think people are now, even like when the media is like, "Oh, we're not in a recession. We're not, what's called this, that, and third. We're not doing this. This is okay. That's okay, right?" People are like, you say that's okay, but they don't feel that way. So I'm gonna listen to my feelings more than what you are telling me at this point because I have to be more critical of the media as a whole because it's
What you
gotten to a
saying
point.
ain't adding up to
Yeah,
the
it's like, and
bona fide
because
factual of
there's like the
the
idea that,
impact of your policy.
yeah, there's the idea that statistics are more important than anecdotes until there's enough anecdotes to where now there's like, even if your numbers say nothing's wrong, if this many people are saying something's wrong, something's wrong. It doesn't really matter what you say at this point because no, that many people don't all collectively be like something is like this is not working unless something's not working. So I think it's enough people have the idea that things are not going well. So I think there will eventually be.
So, from your young perspective, is there anything that you wish adults, us younger, I mean, older generations, me and boomer had done or better understood during COVID that would have had a greater impact now?
Um, Honestly, I don't think there's really much that could have been done. I think it was like, cause I mean, it's a worldwide thing. There's not really a set, like, there's not really an instruction manual on what to do during that time. There's not really, even in hindsight, I feel like, I mean, besides obviously the presidential aspect of it, like how that was handled, and like obviously anti-maskers, like
Mhm,
besides like the
mhm,
general
mhm,
public, just like,
mhm, mhm.
which is always gonna happen. People gonna be stupid, right? Like the witch trials happen. People gonna be stupid. Like, but I feel like aside from that, I don't think there's much that on an individual level people can really do much better besides just get through it as best as you can. Like,
So, what did you learn about yourself during that COVID period that you're most proud of?
um, honestly, don't worry. I know I like sleep. I think that honestly made me enjoy sleep more, which was great. I was like, because I've always like prior to that, I feel like I
Well, I
always
guess
stayed up.
puberty, if you were allowed to hibernate during puberty,
Yeah,
what little boy wouldn't want to?
I was like, "Dang, it's
That would
nice."
make sense, right? If all I could do is sleep the whole time, then I want to sleep the whole time.
Uh, but I don't know. I feel like maybe sports that might have been it. Like, because at that point I hadn't played sports for a bit, so I think it also made me realize, like, dang, I think I at that point I was getting my fix from just like PE at school,
Hmm.
but I think that
That
might
was
have
a
made me
class
realize.
that you used to speak the most joyful about
Well,
when I'd
that's
ask
also
you about.
because at what was it, seventh grade? I want to say it was seventh grade. Well, actually, no. At all points, I had at least one friend, but seventh grade specifically, it was like all of us were in the same PE period. I had like the whole group was in the same PE period. It was crazy. That was so fun. But anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
that was. But yeah, I feel like PE. I think I was getting my fix from PE, and I think that was like, dang, like I definitely noticed I was getting less like. I mean, obviously, I was getting less active. You got like just nothing really, especially
Nothing
at
to
that age.
do,
There's
right?
nothing
You
to
can't
do.
go anywhere. You can't really do much of anything. Most
Yeah,
places are
it's like
closed. You can't really interact with friends.
so. Yeah, I mean
That
it
makes
was like,
sense.
but I think I did notice it was like, dang, like I do miss. I miss. I was like, I miss PE, but I think it was more so I just miss playing sports, like miss doing something active. So yeah.
Okay. Well, in closing, my last question, if you could say one thing to us old folks who are trying to understand or have a better understanding of your generation, what would that be?
Just like a general thing.
If you wanted to talk to us, all the old folks of all the generations in before you,
Uh,
me, Dad, Sterling, everybody, all the people, what do you want us to understand?
I think as a general statement, just like we gonna do things different. That's about it. Like it's a different time. Things are very like more so than I feel like even like the '90s to the 2000s. How that like that was a massive jump, but I feel like it doesn't feel like as massive of a jump because like on a surface level, like yeah, I mean some aspects of technology have like rapidly advanced, but not as much as like I said, like the '90s to the 2000s. It was like we went from well, not we, I wasn't there, but it was like went
Mm-hmm.
from at home box computers. So now we got like full on people got highly functioning laptops. Yeah, cell phones where you got FaceTime and stuff. Like that is a massive jump. And I feel like that was more of a tangible, physical, massive jump that you could feel, you could see all around you. But I think this one is more of just like a society, the government, like people's general disposition have massively changed over the time. So like uh yeah, just like in general, we're just gonna do things. Like what
Mhm.
might not make sense to you initially, like in terms of how we are doing things, like in life, makes sense to. I think it does make sense to not just make sense to us, but really it makes sense for what's happening. Like
I have a closing question. It's not even on my board. But do you feel that within your lifetime there will ever be another person to rise to leadership that can amplify the majority of Black and Brown voices and advocate for not only us, but all marginalized groups and peace overall, like Dr. King did? From
um,
here on until you pass away, do you think there will ever be one that will ever be a representative? Obama wasn't it because it was such division, but for many of us on that side, we thought he was, but on this side, and it wasn't all
mm,
together.
I think no, but I
That was
think
also
for a
political.
different reason. I think it's not necessarily that it's impossible.
Mm,
I think we're just past the point where we need a single unifying leader as much as we like because you'll see like um I think we're in an era where it's more like not necessarily we all unite under one like flag under
color
one thing, but we are it's like
or race, rather,
oh
ethnicity.
I was gonna say separate but equal. That's not I mean like we all like we're like separate but like united. We're all like the same way you know how they are like when like ICE was in LA, right? You got people in like Ohio doing protests for like against they're nowhere near them, but they're still like, hey, we don't like get ICE out of LA, right? We're not all united under a certain person or anything. I think it's just that with social media, right? It's we can all unite under ideas versus under like a certain leadership. We can all collectively agree. Like I think our person would be hashtags and stuff instead of it being like
Mm,
like a specific
because
person.
that's how BLM came
Exactly.
together
Like
in the first place.
Blackout Tuesday, things like that. Where it's like we're not united under a specific person who's saying we should do this. It's like we're all like one person says maybe we should do this, and they're like we could do that. Oh yeah, maybe we should try that. Like, and then people start doing hashtags, it starts trending, things like that.
Like Pastor Jamal Bryant boycotting Target and causing a huge
Yeah, I think
exodus of Black.
honestly, what I'll say is that it's not going to be one person. It's the fact that anybody can be that person at this point.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, exactly. But the hashtag, because it's ultimately
Yeah.
that's kind of sort of what you said. So it's not necessarily the person; it's the hashtag. Well, do you have any closing thoughts? Chopper, was that your closing thought? Don't look at my stuff.
What's the? Hey, read this. If you don't want to read it, you gotta sit across. But
Well, I appreciate you. You did a marvelous job with your crazy self. Give it up for y'all. Y'all nephew over here, thank you so much for giving us your insight on
you ain't got an outro now?
ways in which we have never truly wrapped our heads around understanding different perspectives and standpoints during that time, but we're all impacted because we're all intertwined. So you had a kid in your house and maybe you didn't understand them. Hopefully you share this with them, but let's get to my Kennedy segment, my on purpose. I think goes right along with this.
You asking Kennedy questions too?
No,
Oh.
It's my segment called On Purpose. And so I give a quote. Release the past.
This is where I leave.
Stand in the present. Shape the future.
Yeah.
Stop, you messing with my mic.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. You got spinning fingers though. Yeah.
My low of the week. What's your low of the week, Chopper? What is Warrior low this week? I'm not getting the amount of sleep that you really wanted to get.
Honestly, maybe, because I've been waking up like in the middle of the night.
Oh, see, mine been
Then I be getting
perimenopause. And he hungry.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm hungry right now, but it's like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and then be hungry. I'm like, damn. And I'll go make some food and then I'll go back to sleep. Which then why I fall asleep in the middle of the day.
So that's his low of the week. Mine is perimenopause, child. It is kicking my ass. Roman, I missed the beginning once again. Oh, thank you so much, Roman. It's my son, Chopper, the little baby. My high of the week. Celebrating my girl Steph, because that was so much fun. Celebrating my baby Lil Rich, because that was funny at John and Vinny's. He's ours, guys. He belongs to us. Smile, Chopper. Show him the dimples. And then my ultimate, of course, having my Chopper on my show as my guest. Okay, I love y'all. That's the show. Thank y'all for tuning in to my life ... after. This is my Chopper. I'm beating him up. This is my Chopper, and we is signing off. So thank y'all.
You're supposed to have like a quote, not a quote, but like
y'all ain't gotta go nowhere, but you know the deal. You gotta get up off my line.
That was ghetto.
It is, but that's my